Hi, so this is tour 5.1, or I guess we could technically actually call it tour number 6, but it's just continuing where I left off last time, so off we go. Hey, I'm up on the counter so I can show you a better view of this wall in front of me. I'm up here to show you how these paintings change as the light of day changes, because they're made with recycled foil, so they're partly reflective. Closer up now you can see that they reflect in some places and they don't in others. They're made with a lot of different materials and acrylic paint and some cool refurbished vintage frames. I call these Dawn and Dusk, and they are $350 each. Above them is an old fan cage that I've made into a plant hanger. When those plants grow, I'm hoping they can be wound and vined all through it. It also just casts really lovely shadows onto the wall. I'm selling the fan cage without the plant for $80. Down from that, we have little birdie driftwood in a shadow box. I found this driftwood and painted the shadow box. And kind of a fun little project. $95 for that. And below it is another one of my recycled denim and acrylic paintings with a little pigeon on it. I happen to like pigeons. I know a lot of people don't, but I think they're actually quite beautiful birds if you look closely at their feathers. This piece is $135. And below it is another vintage item, a little elephant thinger. It's $65. I think it's charming. So this shelf of many art supplies also has something very close to my heart in it. Down here in this box, this is a box of stamps from back when this was a store and they printed newspapers here. They're antique stamps that were used back in the day right here. I have boxes of them. We got at an auction when the banks moved out of the store. You may have noticed this old sign that I got to have as part of the apartment, Banks Heritage Store. I believe it was Banks General Store at first, but there ain't no place just like this anywhere near this place, so this must be the place. Welcome. Love it. Over here is an area that I've set up for doing messier projects. When I'm working with a lot of my found objects and recycled denim and acrylic work, it is drippy and splattery. So I've carpeted off this section, and a lot of works in progress just remain here at all times. And just for show purposes, I set up my self-portrait Paradox 1 that a lot of you would have seen at my solo exhibition last year, Salvaged Remnants. So she's generally not up on the wall because she is huge and takes up so much space. She is for sale, $4,500. And next to her are more shelves of art supplies, messy art supplies, and about 20 years worth of sketchbooks. But up here there are some more things that are handmade and for sale. And this is another one of my weird found objects, mixed media sculptures, when I was really starting to investigate how the recycled denim could be three-dimensional. So it is made with wire and doilies and jeans, and it spins. And this one you get to see the interesting shadows that it can create. And it is called Orb with Stitches. It is $435. Down from that are moody pieces. I found them a long time ago at a thrift store, and I have a feeling they were an experimental project by a student at the Halliburton School of Art. and they're in heavy metal frames that are glass on the front and back, so you can see through them. Interesting pieces for sure. So $75 for that set of 2. Above it, this is another piece I made in high school that I'm quite fond of, and I recently framed it. It is called Don't Call Me a Spinning Wheel, and it's another monoprint. It is $135, and over from that is a piece that's been a work in progress for about a year now, inspired by Dreamcatcher. It's recycled denim that I've actually woven in the classic like Dreamcatcher style, but I've added in buttons and nails and wires, and I actually made chains of nails that were old rusty bent nails. A lot of time-consuming work went into this. Considering putting color on this, also considering keeping it white. If you like it how it is $325. That brings us to my living room. And in this area, there's another one of my experimental sculptures. Shorts. I just couldn't help myself but just keep an item intact fully and use my concoction to make them stiff. So now they look like fossilized shorts. And if you hang them in the right spot, then they can just spin. I just adore the texture of these. And yes, the hanger and clothes pegs are all part of it. So the shorts, I called them We've Been So Many Places, and they're $4.25. I know I did already talk to you about this painting called Sail in one of the other videos, but it is up on the wall now, and I think it just fits really well with my throw cushions on my couch and the mandolin next to it. So just in case you forgot, it's $2,100. And now we're coming up to the last legs. Right back up to the front door, where I have another fire poker by Laughlin Brown of Hay Bay Forge. This is a long fire poker, and it is $75. Also has this very smooth, twisty detail here and there. That's a steal. And above it, a couple more thrifted items that I found at Lambs and Ivy. They were scoops. I don't know if they were ever supposed to be used. They had these painted sides on them. I put hanging wires and made them into little wall sconces and put some other thrifted little candle holders in them. The scoop sconces, the small one is $35, the large one is $50, and then the little candle holders inside of them are $8 each. And above the door is this little scene I've created with 2 different items. One is this upcycled fan cage that has upcycled yarn woven into it, so it looks like a sunburst. It's a beautiful item by Cueva Craftis Paola Marziali of the ever talented Marziali family. It is $95, and beside it is a wooden duck. It's another vintage item, and that is $65. Last items on the tour to the side of the door are a few more of my items. Recycled denim feather. This one is Forest and C2, or in the corner is Forest and C1. This one is $120. There's Forest and C1. It is $115. It's just a little bit smaller than the other one. And then below it is Texture Therapy for $55. Another recycled denim feather and some other mixed media items in there. And below that is Lady Moth. And this one is a mixed media painting with an etching of a moth from one of my original photographs. So there you have it, folks. That's it. That's all the tours. I'm not going to stop showing you all the lovely things that we have in here, though. I'm going to send pictures and we're going to make some more videos and yeah, keep showing you all the goodness that is here until I can just invite you in to see firsthand for yourselves. Thank you so much for watching and stay tuned.